to America. I will prepare like I'm going to America. Live from Saudi Arabia. Stephen, thank you for joining in. Hey, very cold. But then, when I traveled to Malawi, we have friends from Malawi here. That's why you should travel. When I traveled to Malawi, that's when I realized that their places colder than Kisoro. Winter. I never knew about winter. I didn't know winter. I didn't know what winter is. I just used to see those things, snow in movies. My brother, when I went in Southern Africa, Malawi, Zambia, I remember my skin was looking like a until they told me, my brother, here you have to have oil, lotion, oil, put skin. That's when I survived. But things were very, can you imagine? You live in a country where you don't want to remove fingers from the pocket. You don't want your head. And how do you do it, you guys? And then the, 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 the natives, they are walking in vests. They don't have anything. I said, anyways, we are 48. We are left with 2. Welcome, guys. Tonight is going to be an amazing night. We are having our grand ambassador. Tonight with him is going to share with us an amazing topic. It's an amazing experience. It's already 14 minutes past 9 p.m. East African Standard Time. You want to become a multi-millionaire in dollars. This is the Zoom. You must not miss. Make sure where you are, internet is steady. Make sure where you are, your phone is fully charged. Make sure your phone is fully charged, because the man who is coming here is going to charge your account. He's going to charge your bank account. He's going to charge your wallet, your Binance, your crypto wallets are going to be charged tonight. Yes. So make sure you share the link. Make sure you share the link. My brother is saying we are waiting for you. No way, I'm not coming. Be there in Kisoro. Me, I'll be here. Unless you become a S9, V9, Aero80, you become something. Maybe I'll come. But if you are, no, not now. Kisoro, that journey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are already 50 participants here in Zoom, and we are also joined by a few of our friends connecting from YouTube. Make sure that you follow our channel, Crypto Ambassadors. Do well to subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you don't miss any upcoming content. Those of you who are in Zoom and you are not subscribed to the Crypto Ambassadors community on YouTube, please do well to do it right after our Zoom. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, the moment is now, the hour is now, the time is now. I usher in our tonight's speaker. The man that we are going to hear from tonight is not a mere man. In Uganda, in Zambia and Malawi, they say Simuntu Wamba. Simuntu Wamba. How do you say the man is not an ordinary man in your local language? In Uganda, we say Simuntu Wabulijo. The man that is going to speak to us tonight is a man that has been made from the schools of hard knocks. He has gone through the lessons of mentors and became a mentor to mentors. That's why we are here tonight. He's going to share with us how we can turn our phones into money-making machines. He's a gentleman that has been tested and proven. Mr. Stecker says, Ntambo alumuntu wabuligie. Is this Uganda, guys? Ntabo. The man that we are about to listen from is Mr. Ntabo. Is an Ntabo alumuntu wabulijo. Simuntu wabulijo. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on board. Let's bring on the screen the one and only, the man from the schools of hard knocks, Mr. Julius Kabanda, all the way from the capital state of Masaka City. Coach Julius, we are super proud of you. We love you, and we are super super excited to learn from you tonight. The microphone is yours, sir. Thank you.
Perfect. Drop a 1 in the chat if I'm loud and clear. Drop me a 1 in the chat if I'm loud and clear. Drop me a 1 in the chat if I'm loud and clear from wherever you are listening to us. Those following us on our TikTok accounts, drop me a 1 in the chat. Those following us live on our Facebook account, drop me a 1 in the chat. Those watching us live onto our YouTube channel, drop me a 1 in the chat, and I'll be able to follow through all these platforms that I can be able to see wherever you are watching me, to know if tonight is your day. Ladies and gentlemen across the world, my name is Julius Kabanda. I come from Masaka City, where I am right now. And this has been named the capital city of cryptocurrency. I have personally been part of cryptocurrency for the last 5 years, and I have been able to pay my price. I have gone through a lot of lessons. I have been able to go through a lot of deals. Some of the deals have worked out. Some of the deals have not worked out. Some of the deals are present. Some of the deals have a future long plan. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about something different. Okay, something different. As the crypto ambassadors, we have developed a phenomenon of becoming a hub of opportunities. We have developed a phenomenon of saying, look here, guys, we want to build a hub of opportunities that could allow our people to be able to maximize what is available in the market. But before I start, like I've said, what I'm going to share today doesn't mean that I'm your financial advisor. You need to go back and make sure you look at your potential power, your risk appetite as you make decision. And like I've said, I wanted to for long since I joined DeFi, I have yearned to land on something that is real, something that could last for a long time. Not something that could give us some money for some time and then it stops giving us money. So 2 months ago, a friend of mine, very far, ladies and gentlemen, from Dubai, gave me a call and basically took me through this opportunity. And I basically said no because I was occupied with something. Okay, so when I said no to him, he gave up on me and he said, it's well, Julius. But then later, having settled the wind, he still gave me a call and connected me to one of my friends who later took me through the opportunity. I have done my personal research. I have been present in this opportunity for the last 6 days. And like I'm going to share with you, I'm not your financial advisor, but this is mind-boggling. This is beautiful. This is fantastic. This is unbelievable. And I've been asking myself, where has this all been? Because this is a mixture of something that you are going to love today. So I will not waste your time. I want to be on point. I want to make sure that I'm on point. I'm not taking much of your time. And I want to make sure that I keep things simple, brief, but most importantly, on point. All right. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. But before I do, just a minute, before I do, I want to share my screen. Okay. Hey, this is unbelievable. All right. We are over 61. Those present are on Zoom. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. The rest we shall discuss on other training programs. All right. I'm going to share my screen. And those of us following us on... all right, so what you see on your screen is none other than LoomX. Fantastic. I have lived into the crypto market space for the last 5 years, But what makes me love the journey is the technology. What makes me love the journey, I usually say and explain, so they say cryptocurrency is innovative technology. And since cryptocurrency is innovative technology, they're usually extreme ideas, they're usually extreme strategies that once they come into cryptocurrency, you nod your head and say, this is beautiful. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What you see on the screen is LoomX. Throughout this session, I will do my best to take you through what LoomX is, the freedom, the privacy, the slimless flow, everything seated on blockchain for the first time. And this is very surprising. This is unbelievable. You know, the first time I got into this, I didn't understand it. I read it a million times. I didn't understand it. Really, the technology looked very, very unique. I'm not going to take you through a lot. Just know I'm just going to take you through what I believe is the most important aspect. The most important aspect. And that's where basically, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to base my sharing, okay? All right, guys. All right. So let's get started. Are you ready to listen to a new technology? Okay. Okay. So before we dive into the technology, I have always told my friends that everything starts with a dream. Everything. Everything starts with a dream. And so what you see on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, is the genesis of the dream. Can you imagine? The genesis of the dream. And the genesis of the dream, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Weaver and his mission. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a multi-chain life of the crypto world, a weaver that focuses on intersection of cryptography and quantum computing. I have never seen this. Uncovering enigmatic patterns in the cross-chain asset flow. This is unique. In short, ladies and gentlemen, what we are going to discuss today in simple terms, we are going to look at two major products. There are two major products. And one of the products is called LoomNet. And LoomNet is a mixing engine. Throughout my session today, I will discuss what LoomNet is. I'll dig down into what LoomNet is. LoomNet is a mixing engine. And apart from that, the mixing engine has something unique that has not been in the market for years called the LoomTorn. And so LoomNet and LoomTorn brings together what is called LoomX. Can you imagine? The LoomNet and the LoomTorn combined together out a product called LoomX. So LoomX is the evolution. It's the combination of LoomNet and LoomTorn. And by the time I finish what we're going to share today, we're going to be able to understand what is LoomNet, what is LoomCore, that brings out an amazing product. The first that is taking the world by storm, not because of hype, not because of the profitability, but ladies and gentlemen, but the power. You know, I have been part of cryptocurrency project where you get started and someone did not invest in their time. Where you get started and someone did not invest in their money. Where you get started and someone didn't invest anything, but he wants you to build for them. But what you're going to discover with this amazing product that is said to have taken 2 years developing it, it is unique. Someone has invested in money, someone has invested in time, someone has invested in resources to create an ultimate product called LoomX that has what we call LoomNet and it has what we call LoomCore. Ladies and gentlemen, partners in business across the world, you will find that LoomNet is the mix engine and LoomCore is the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine. The AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine, the LoomCore, is the new technology that is going to take this world by storm. Why? Because the AI quantitative arbitrage mix engine, the LoomCore, decides to integrate one of the latest technologies in the world known as zero knowledge machine learning. Can you imagine? Zero knowledge machine learning. When we talk about zero knowledge machine learning, ladies and gentlemen, like we shall discuss, we are talking about proof of privacy. We are talking about total privacy. Total privacy. And this is unique because it cuts over, it goes across to now move it onto cross-chain, everything that I'm going to be able to discuss today. So this is very unique because the AI, you know, the reason why AI is involved in any business, ladies and gentlemen, why any AI is involved in any business is basically to run decision-making. It's basically to run decision making. So here comes LoomX that has LoomNet, the mix engine, and the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine, the LoomCore, that it has the zero knowledge machine learning, which is basically privacy. And it is here mixed with an AI that has smart contracts involved with pure privacy. Okay, I have brought in a lot of terminologies, but I'm going to break down all these for you to understand. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're going to dig deep into today. The beauty about this, everything is decentralized. Everything is run by AI. The AI takes up the decision. And it is mind-boggling. Are we ready? Give me a yes in the chat. If you are ready for me tonight, I don't know if I'm still live on Zoom. If you are still following and you are ready tonight to be able to understand how this all together brings about an amazing ecosystem that runs and gives amazing results. Okay, so let's go. All right. What is LoomX? The Weavers Manifesto. What is LoomX? Ladies and gentlemen, LoomX is integrating artificial intelligence with zero knowledge proof technology to enable fully on-chain automated execution. So I know most of you understand AI. I've told you what brings AI as a product is basically to create decision making. What brings zero knowledge proof, or what we call ZK technology, is basically to provide privacy and to enable everything to be transparent. When I say everything is transparent, everything is on chain. Transactions are on chain. Funds are on chain. Everything is verifiable. And that's why the other time when a friend of mine told me, Julius, do I need to claim the money? I said, man, this is AI. It takes decision. It moves your profit to any wallet of yours you want. And it was like, are you serious? So everything is 100% transparent. All transactions, all strategies, fund flow are recorded on chain, publicly verifiable. And this is possible because of zero knowledge proof technology. No manual review is required, and the smart contracts are executed automatically. You know, when we talk about smart contracts, we are talking about a code. And in crypto, those of you who are new, when we talk about a code, we are talking about law. Code is law. Code is law. And when we say that the rules are immutable, which means they cannot be changed. The rules are immutable. They cannot be changed. And this is why LoomX is here, ladies and gentlemen, for you and me to really have the real cryptocurrency that we have been dreaming about for years. Because for the last years I've been in cryptocurrency, nothing was on chain. Everything is left, right, center. Left, people are moving corners. Things are not verifiable 100%. Okay, now let's go into our product for today. And what makes it unique? Ladies and gentlemen, I've told you that LoomX is a product. And this LoomX product is the Loom Core. And it is important for you to understand that the LoomNet and the Loom Core bring what we call LoomX. Maybe for understanding purposes, which I may not go into, to give you a clue, LoomX is a cutting-edge on-chain quantitative super entity that was initiated by a top-tier Silicon Valley geek team backed by a multi-million-dollar strategic investment from Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, built with advanced intelligence, ladies and gentlemen, zero knowledge proof technology. But I don't want to go into that, ladies and gentlemen. I want to help you understand what is LoomNet. Ladies and gentlemen, LoomNet is a mix engine. LoomNet is a mixed engine. But let me explain to enable everybody understand what do I mean when I talk about a mixed engine. Let me give you an example. In cryptocurrency, those of you who are not familiar, if I have USDT of TRX and I want to send that USDT of TRX to get USDT of Binance Smart Chain, it is not possible because there is no way those networks meet together. So what happens, you need to do what we call bridging. Bridging is that ability that could allow you use a different network and connect a different network. But to do bridging in cryptocurrency, you need to go to find bridging platforms. So you go to Google, find a bridging platform so that it could help you transfer one cryptocurrency into another cryptocurrency. And most of the times you get scammed because it's very hard. But what happens with this mixed engine, it has a pure approach, ladies and gentlemen, that is very unique. And how does this mixed engine work? I'm going to explain, but let me first give you a clue of understanding. This is how it works. With the mixed engine, you can be able to convert Bitcoin into Ethereum. Can you imagine? Within 1 to 10 minutes, you can be able to you move from Bitcoin to Ethereum, from Cardano to Solana immediately. But that may not be something very important. If you have been able to be in crypto for some time, you'll be able to understand that when you send me your wallet address, I can be able to understand how you have been transacting in the past. What makes this mixed engine unique, apart from allowing us to convert any cryptocurrency into another cryptocurrency, is the privacy. Is the privacy that nobody could be able to track your previous transactions to understand what exists in your wallet. And this is unique. People have been in cryptocurrency and they say, we cannot be able, we are private, but we are not. So the mixed engine, the LoomNet gives this ability back to us. But this is how it works. The mix engine, once you put in your Cardano, it breaks this Cardano into many transaction trails. It breaks it into many transaction trails, then it gathers it back and gives it to you in that cryptocurrency that you want in 1 to 10 minutes, very fast and at a very low cost. So in short, LoomX is an exchange. In short, LoomX is an exchange. LoomX is an exchange. And LoomX being an exchange, ladies and gentlemen, is revolutionizing swapping of tokens. You can be able to move a token from one token, from Bitcoin to Ethereum within minutes of seconds and be able to allow you move money faster, but most importantly, very private at a low cost. Apart from that, the LoomX amazing new technology has what we call the Loom Core. And the Loom Core, ladies and gentlemen, is what is known as the AI. The AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine. I have personally been in cryptocurrency, and one of the latest previous highly performing trading software was one that was using quantitative trading. There could be others that are trying to copy, but the technology was very unique. Now, what happens when you talk about AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine? There are so many ingredients that sit in this. Number one, we are talking about high frequency. We are talking about speed. We are talking about the ability and power for things to happen in real time. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is very hard for someone to maximize an opportunity unless they decide to take over everything that happens in this opportunity. I have in the past been able to maneuver with certain good deals, but these good deals are limited. These good deals are limited. You find there is an arbitrage trading strategy that is just looking at, we do arbitrage on centralized exchanges. We do, those of you who don't understand what arbitrage is simple. Look here. Look here, simple. I have a pen with me, and there are two shops next to one another. One sells it $10, another one sells it $15. So super business. They buy it where it is sold $10 and sell it where they are selling it $15. That's how profit is made. Simple. But now, with there is speed, and everything is being done in 6 strategies. We're going to be able to talk about these 6 arbitrage strategies: cross-chain, spot futures arbitrage. 6 different, I'm going to discuss them, and you're going to find that this gives the ability of maximization of profit. And this doesn't happen only in exchanges, not only in decentralized exchanges, not only in centralized exchange, but also it is deciding to do operation across all chains. Operation across all chains. All chains. Is it the Binance Smart Chain network? Is it the TRX network? Is it the Solana network? Because there is need of maximization. This is achieved through smart contracts. A code is the law. So LoomX, which is a mixture of LoomNet, which is the mixing engine, and LoomCore, the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine that has 6 arbitrage trading strategies that does this across all chains with high speed. This happens through smart contracts. So LoomX achieves a fully decentralized, human intervention-free execution, no withdrawal, no claim. Your role is just to check your wallet. Providing global users with institutional grade on-chain yield that has private service, and ladies and gentlemen, is really redefining the future of asset liquidity across the world. How many are following? Let me see in the chat. How many are following? How many are loving my training? Give me some yes in the chat. If you are learning new knowledge, you are able now to see that we're getting into a new future. You are able now to feel that you are going to have a chance. You see, I usually say there could be many people across the world that want to work hard like me, but we lack good opportunities. We lack opportunities. And this is not hype. This is technology. This is not hype. This is someone who has invested time. This is someone who has invested money. This is someone who has invested resources. How many of you are sick and tired of opportunities that you get in, and it's you who's supposed to push this opportunity for the opportunity to work? Every day they keep calling you, hey, you need to do something, hey, because proper planning prevents poor performance. And what happens with this new technology is the power, the time, the money that these guys have invested to make sure that the product is not only sweet, but the product is so sweet. Can we continue? Let me know in the chat. Can we continue? Give me a yes in the chat if we should continue. Now we're gonna now be able to. Oh, did I lose my? Am I still, Leader Ashraf? Am I still loud and clear? Leader Ashraf, am I still loud and clear? Am I still loud and clear? Okay, all right, guys. Okay, so let's now get into our next part. And then later we are going to get into questions to create a better perfect understanding. And where has my, okay, all right. Okay, so let me share my screen again so that we can be able to continue and to basically bring what's up. Is my screen visible? Those following me on Zoom? I don't know what's happening. But, don't know. Okay. So I think I need to change. There's something wrong with my device. This side, if my screen is not visible outside, this is a little bit technical. Just give me a minute. Okay. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Sorry for that, guys. Just bear with me. Right, sorry for that. Okay, sorry for that. Good, you're not good to go. Okay, so now we now know that LoomX has the mix engine, which is basically the LoomNet, which is the mixed engine, and the LoomCore, which is the arbitrage trading system. Just to dig deep about the mixing engine, it is using zero knowledge proof. When I talk about zero knowledge proof, I'm talking about poor privacy. It is running through decentralized routing protocol. And what it does, once you get in a transaction, it breaks that transaction into what we call fragments, gathers it together across the network or across the chain. Then it makes it untraceable, making it very private, and it gets it together and give it to you in a new coin. That's how it works. So the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine, it is a dynamic, self-adapting, living financial matrix. And with an initial capital of nearly $10 million, managed by the AI dispatcher, with the initial capital of over $10 million, managed by the AI dispatcher. It analyzes cross-chain data in real time. It switches it from multiple strategies, which are maybe the arbitrage, the lending, the market maker, those 6 types, like I will discuss them. Capital flows rapidly across dozens of sub-strategy pools, identifying and executing optimal opportunities, and all this is verifiable on chain. So what happens in when we talk about AI, we're talking about high frequency, very fast, a living financial matrix that is already in the market, that gets into an AI dispatcher that is already being managed by the AI with over 10 million. As we speak right now, in the last 3 months, this pool is now seated to over $55 million. And all this gets into the market with different strategies. Capital flows rapidly, and people are able to make money. So the LoomCore, which is the AI quantitative arbitrage ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen, it analyzes market data. It checks on-chain activity, strategy platforms in real time, and dynamically allocating capital with optimum strategies, emphasizing instant data protocol during high volatility, strengthen funding rate, arbitrage because of maybe there are high charges. There may be high charges on any chain to make sure that profitability happens in real time. Basically, this is how this technology has been built. And ladies and gentlemen, like I've said, that LoomX, which has the mixed engine, which is LoomNet, and the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix, which is the LoomCore, which makes it to be called LoomX, is equipped with multiple strategy engines that are going through across the market to capture opportunities, And everything is verifiable on chain. And all this is being done by the AI with high performance. And all this data analysis, ensuring that every transaction is supported by extremely rationality and massive computation power compared to traditional manual risk management, like those general trading platforms have. This holds significant advantages in speed, precision, and adaptability. And it does this through the 6 arbitrage strategies: the cross-platform arbitrage, which is from one ecosystem or one exchange to another exchange, to the triangular arbitrage, to the cross-chain mixing arbitrage, moving through Solana, Ethereum, TRX, Binance Smart Chain, spot and future arbitrage, to brick arbitrage. This is market maker arbitrage. To defy arbitrage, meaning they are picking up all these strategies to make sure that money is maximized. What a time to be alive. Because of this technology, the software can be able to provide stable returns. And the core of the ecosystem can be able to provide stable returns. And the stable returns runs on what we call smart contracts. And these smart contracts are basically 5. The Pulsar contract. Maybe if you have fear, you could start for 7 days with your $100 and you'll be able to earn between 0.3 to 0.6%. You could go in for the Stellar Bot contract bot, which is 30 days, basically $100 minimum, which could give you 0.6 to 0.9%. You could go in for the Stellar Vortex contract bot, which is 90 days, which will give you 0.9% to 1.1%. You could go in for the Nebula contract, which is 180 days, which could give you 1.1 to 1.3%. Or you could go in full like me with the Stellar Core bot, which is 360, that could give you 1.3 to 1.8%. Here's the beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the beauty. When you go into the bot, from the Stellar bot for 30 days, if it's trading for you for 15 days and you feel like you want to get back your capital, in the code, I said a smart contract is a code and the code is a rule. What happens? You request on the system to give you back 50% of your capital from the stake of 30 days, 90, 180, and 360. And 50% is automatically redeemed. Now remember, by the time you tap redeem, the money is already in the market. But within 48 hours, go to your wallet. Why? Because it was just sitting on the smart contract. And the smart contract has a rule that when Peter wants to get back 50% of their capital, as long as they have been able to trade for 15 days, bingo to their wallet automatically. Because it is not being run by anybody, ladies and gentlemen. It's smart contracts. I like this. I like this. Okay. So those of you who want to go into details about the business model, is a perfection by design that is automated and is assured because of the approach. Let me talk about, have you heard about automatic profit distribution mechanism? Automatic profit distribution mechanism. Let me tell you a story. When I got started, I connected my Binance wallet account. I popped my Binance wallet account, connected it onto this automated profit distribution mechanism. And I was like, hey, whenever I make $5, this automatic profit distribution mechanisms send the $5 to my wallet. This was crazy. So once this bot trades and your profit accumulates to $5, the contract, because it is a code, automatically distributes them to your wallet. Let's look at the redemption mechanism. After holding half of your cycle, you may apply for 50%, and the remaining funds will continue to participate in the strategy execution. And the redemption request is fully automated, but since it is in a code, it takes 24 to 48 hours. Profits are distributed in real time by the contract with a rule. Hey, there is a rule that on every profit you will make, every every profit you will make, the system will give you 80%, and the system will take off 20%. Can you imagine? Let's get into calculation. For example, if we go in for the 316 staking cycle, the estimated yield is between 1.3 to 1.8%. Which means that if we take an example of 1.3, 80% of 1.3 is 1.04, which sometimes if you stake in $1,000, you are supposed to get 1.04, which means you will get 1.04 cents. That's why some of you were asking, I was supposed to only earn $10. Why am I making more? Because when the AI gets in the market and makes the money, instead of giving you all the money, it takes off a percentage. Meaning that the platform makes money. The platform makes money, the investor makes money, and more people make money. So taking initial investment of $10,000, invested in 360 with an estimated yield of 1.3 to 1.8, the annual realization is between 110% to 520%. And all of these calculations are based on on-chain data that is fully transparent and verifiable on the blockchain. How many are happy about that? Let me see in the chat. How many are following? How many are following? Sick and tired of, I don't know where the money is coming from. I'm sick and tired. Verifiable. And we are going to be able to see this practically in the next few minutes. Practical in the next few minutes. Okay? Now, those of us who are participating in projects that have really shown investment of time, investment of money, to make sure that they bring a full project in the market, not one where it's you who's supposed to push the project until it works out. They have an amazing ecosystem to support your efforts. And I'm scared. But before I go to the scared part, you allow me to share my screen. And let's dive into this ecosystem. Let's dive into this ecosystem. Okay. Let's dive into this ecosystem. I'll just go to my token pocket. I like it. And I'll just go to my dApp. I'm trying to use my phone to save time. And ladies and gentlemen, the Lightning Network crypto exchange is the Luminate, and it is the exchange. And when I tap on the exchange and I come down here, thousands of transactions are happening. This one has turned 4,000 USDC that is coming from the Binance chain to Ethereum. This one in the last 16 seconds has turned USDT, which looks to be a TRC20, to Litecoin. This one has turned Bitcoin to USDT, or that's coming from the Tron chain. This is BNB directed. So you can be able to swap. Give me a yes if that is clear. And the exchange is the Luminate, is the mixing engine. And this mixing engine, once you get in here and you say, I want to exchange, how much? $1,000 of USDT on the Ethereum chain, and you paste in your address, it is gonna break this into fragments of transactions, swap them, making it untraceable to the new coin you want. And that is the first product. How many are excited about it? No more bridging, no more sweating on the internet, trying to look for bridging platforms. You just get it here, get it swapped to any coin of your choice, keeping you private, keeping you non-recognizable online. And man, this is the real freedom I've been looking for. And so this is the first product known as the Lumet, a mix engine. Ladies and gentlemen, with our mix engine, you'll be able to save time, maximum exchange speed due to full automation, make the change. Now this we are gonna go in, this we are gonna go in, this we are gonna go in, and it will basically give you the best rates and low transaction fees, number one. Or number three, how many of you have seen that the platform makes profit as people run the exchange? Give me one if you have seen that. The platform makes profit as people come here to exchange their tokens. Is that true? Give me a yes or a yes. Give me some yes and I see. Give me a yes and I see. The platform makes profit. I want to be part of a business where the founder makes money. I don't want to be part of a platform where the person who invested their time, their skills, their money, these guys spent 2 years building this amazing ecosystem. They make money. There is a charge of 0.5%, a floating rate of 0.5%. Now, I want to take you, ladies and gentlemen, to the next product. And the next product is the Loom Core. The Loom Core is the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine. And here is the engine. And like we say, we are breaking boundaries, capturing difference. As we are breaking boundaries, capturing difference, the cross-chain, which is the Loomnet, the mixing engine, we are done with that. Now let's get into the Loom Core, the AI quantitative arbitrage matrix engine. And this engine, like you will access it in the near future, it is so superb because this matrix contract bot engine gives you the power and the ability to make a choice on which you could go with. And your choice depends on your risk appetite and your potential. If you want to test it, come and test it for 7 days. After 7 days, go with your capital. You want to test it? Come in for 7 days. Come in for 7 days. And you will find a minimum of $100 to start in with the Pulsar contract bot. Fast, but short term. Or you could come in for 30 days. And with your 7 days, you will earn 0.3% to 0.6. Remember, on every profit the AI makes for you, it takes off 20% and gives you 80% back. Man! So if you come in with 30 days, you could be able to make between 0.6 to 0.9. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is unique. So you have a choice, but I will just go in for the last one, which is the Star Core. What I like, when people take risks, they don't know how to calculate these risks. When it comes to investing, there was usually the word called leverage. What is leverage? The longer you invest, the stronger you get back your return. For example, if you come and go in with the Star Core bot, which is 360 days, you'll be able to maximally get your 1%. And in 100 days, you are broken even. You have chosen a longer period, but you are able to leverage the power of longer period. The owner makes money, you also make money, and everybody becomes happy. So I would recommend the Star Core, which is so sweet and very, very amazing. And there has been a question, and the question was, let me just get in here. Okay, let me just get into this bot very fast. When a friend of mine shared with me, I was personally scared, and I wanted proof that this guy is trade. I wanted proof. And when I came here to this board, I saw that millions of transactions are happening time over time. Millions of transactions are happening. And you know, in cryptocurrency, one thing you can't fake is a transaction hash. Transaction hash. And at first I thought maybe they are collecting money from everybody to pay me. And when I tapped somewhere here, I could monitor what my personal money is doing in the market. And I was surprised. When I tap on the first transaction hash, man, it is a buy. I can be able, these transaction hashes cannot be faked. Cannot be faked. This is a sell. Yeah, this is a sell. You can be able to see their fees, the computing units, the transaction cost. Everything is crystal clear. And I said, this is what I've been looking for. Something that is amazing, something that is unbelievable. And that everything can be visible, verified, on chain with a Loom export. And the bit about this, I have been, and when I tapped on the next transaction hash, because I personally wanted proof. I wanted proof. I wanted proof. I wanted to find out, is it true that these guys, they're really doing serious business, or they're just fucking typing data onto their app? Man, everything is crystal clear. Now, question, how many of you are sick and tired of high market manipulation? There could be so many outside there talking about we trade for you, we have an AI for you, but they don't control the market. They don't control the market. Maybe Bitcoin is at this price, it drops at this price. Whether it was a signal, whether it was an analysis, it makes no sense. But look here, guys. Let's take this example. There was a swap. There was a swap of BNSL that happened. Meaning that, let's go back to the transaction. Let's go back to the transaction. Let's go back to the transaction. This is crazy. This is crazy. Where have I been when things are happening? Let me stop this very fast. Look here. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Look, guys. This AI went on the Forex exchange, the coin known as LFI. This is a token for the Donald Trump family. At 952, then it quickly, with high precision, went to the Forex exchange and sold it at 980. Man, it made a profit, a net profit of $24. Went in a fees of 0.01. So the gross profit was 28 with the fees, and there was a return of 2.6. Thank you, Liberty Finance International. Thank you so much. And you know what? They made 2.6, but they give you 1%. How many of you have seen that this is sustainable? These guys have made 2.6%, but they want to give you 1%. But it's winning. It's a win-win game. And what do? They say, okay, Julius, are you interested? Down here, there is a revenue address. Are you interested that your profits will be deposited on a wallet of your choice? I said, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And I brought my wallet in. Look here, guys. Let's go to revenue. Whenever it hits $5, they said, Chakuma Pakata. Whenever it reaches $5, they send. And this is surprising. Let me just get to this. Is this the wallet? Let me just get into this wallet. This wallet. This is crazy. Look here, guys. The kid. The kid. Money is coming from the market. Money is not coming from people's capital. Money is flowing from the market. And you see, look here, this is an example of this wallet. Look here. You as an investor came in with $1,000. Man, I made my first dollars on the 27th, 5. You see, 1%. 1%. That was on the 27th. Those are $10. Another 1% on the 28th, another 1% on the 29th, another 1% on the 30th, another 1% on the 31st, another 1% today. So it is possible because of the mechanism. And when let me get to this account, hope it opens. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let's get in this. No, guys, maybe I don't know. I need to stop sharing my screen for a while. But what I want to share with you is basically the openness, the beauty about the business. I may not exceed here because I've spent more time talking about the opportunity. I've seen my upline, my brother on the call. I would like to invite him maybe to say a hi to us today, and maybe give us an insight, because I'm just 6 days in the business. Today is my 6th day. I think by tomorrow I'll be making 7 days in the business. But so far, ladies and gentlemen, over $285, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. So I would like, maybe, I don't know if he's available, he could maybe share some insights. Ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman I'm inviting is not a unique person. He is a brother, he is a friend. We have been in this industry for some time. I found him in the industry because I joined 5 years ago, but he has been able to show a powerful continuity, resilience into cryptocurrency until maybe now we have landed on the real jump into the crypto market space. Welcome, my upline coach, Ashtokasov. Thank you.
Dr. Julius, you never stop to amaze me. And I know one thing, God is going to bless you with this opportunity. And I know even your people, this is the community, the Crypto Ambassadors is one of the communities that basically have the capacity to basically to do what most crypto communities can be unable to do entirely. Personally, I started promoting this project around 22nd of December. I was in election during that time. And after basically having a bunch of challenges there, I made a decision, let me first basically focus on what I do most. I started enrolling people into this project. And before we knew it, ladies and gentlemen, it was massive. But what I want to bring to attention is this. Most of us have been looking for a product where we basically can have a product. Now we have two products here. He's talked about the mixing engine. Today, you can swap cryptocurrencies using a mixing engine technology. And let me tell you one thing, nobody's going to follow these transactions. What happens is there are so many whales who are looking for a concept, a project, an exchange where they can basically have total privacy. People want to swap Ethereum, they want to swap Bitcoin, They want to swap all those other cryptocurrencies. But if someone gets their wallet, you know, there are so many scammers right now on the internet. If someone wants to basically keep total privacy, when you use this mixing engine, they cannot be tracked very easily. And I want you to understand one thing. Inside this ecosystem, that product you see here called the coin mixer, it's called Loomnet, has the capacity to accommodate no less than 10 million users. Today, what you're looking at right now, it might be a joke for you, but what you're looking at right now is something even bigger than Binance because it's a cross-chain exchange. Several blockchains having to execute several transactions, but in a private mode. If you remember, the principles of blockchain were built on privacy. The principles of blockchain were built on the fact that we need a system where everything is decentralized. Now, a guy is going to come here, he's in the cryptocurrency market, and what they want to see is something that basically keeps their privacy. And this is what the coin mixer Loomnet is able to do. That's the first product. Anytime you use Loomnet, the cryptocurrency, cross-chain cryptocurrency exchange, you are basically getting the idea of how it works. But if you don't use it, you never understand how it works. The other thing you need to understand is that anytime you swap a cryptocurrency, you might need the service of a bridge. I don't know if you have ever used the bridge entirely. For you to swap some cryptocurrency to another version, let's say from the Solana blockchain to the Ethereum blockchain, you need a bridge. Most of the time, there are so many scam bridges. So the coin mixer, what we call Loomnet, is able to go ahead and basically do that job of bridging. Now, anytime they charge fees, which is 0.5%, let me tell you one thing, this income is shared amongst the community. Now, this is a solid product which the market needs entirely. And he has talked about it. You might look at it like a normal swap. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not a normal swap. It is a technology built inside a technology. Imagine having to swap so many coins on different blockchains and having to go ahead and do what? And hide even your transaction. The keyword here is privacy. Now, what is exciting for me, I don't want to get into projects where people do not win. Today, when you join Loomnet, LoomX, what is going to happen is that once you start basically using the cryptocurrency arbitrage trading bot called LoomCore. LoomCore is the version where if you basically have a lot of privacy and you want a passive income, LoomCore is the place where you go to, and then you start having a daily passive income. Anybody can start with $100. But the keyword here is, if you're an investor, I don't know any investor who basically starts with $1,000. Investors are people who can afford $10,000 and above. But if you're like me and a couple of some guys, you need not less than one, basically, if you have $1,000, $5,000 as basically your trading capital on arbitrage trading, guys, let's build a community, because anytime they make money, anytime they receive profits inside the LoomCore arbitrage trading bot, you're going to get a percentage of that profit. And this is what is very fundamental. So two products, Loomnet and LoomCore. That is what makes up what we call LoomX. So two products. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to come and give you the mambo jumbo of basically community building, network marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever it is, the mindset is what matters most. Dr. Julius here is someone I know here in Africa who has mentored so many people to become what they are inside basically, not just basically understanding technology, but also understanding what we call the affiliate marketing space, the network marketing space. He understands basically what it means for someone to build a community around the world entirely. And those two products are going to basically are acting like a gold mine for all of us entirely. I was engaged with him in a project called RoyalQ, a quantitative book, again created by Chinese sometime back. I think it was like 6 years ago. Right now, that trading tool is still working right now. We left for some reasons, but I don't want to dwell on that. But what I want to understand is that we have two products inside an ecosystem. Arbitrage trading works. If you live in Kampala, if you live in just look at the streets of your city, you're going to find a Forex bureau. They are selling US dollars. And in one Forex bureau, you'll go and basically buy a US dollar at anyway, this is Ugandan currency. This is an international call. You buy a US dollar at a certain price, but when you go to another Forex bureau, you're going to find that there are so many, they are basically selling it at least a difference of around $5 or even $1 entirely. So what happens here is it is artificial intelligence going and looking at different decentralized exchanges, looking at the price differences, executing a trade very fast, and distributing those micro transactions to different wallets all over the globe. Whoever basically buys any trading contract from $100, let's say 7 days, 9. What we want us to focus on is basically you go for 360 days. Whichever trading pool you go to, what is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is you have an opportunity to receive a payment because AI is doing what it is supposed to do. I might spend a whole day speaking. I don't want to frustrate your mind, but you have the testimony of Dr. Julius. You have the testimony of so many leaders entirely. What I want to encourage you is push as much as you can to get a rank here and start benefiting from what we call community income. And ladies and gentlemen, the rest will be history. I have a history with Dr. Julius. I have a history with the crypto ambassadors. I have a history with so many leaders here. But what I want you to understand is one thing: to win, decision making is on your part. What we're going to do here, if you go to Binance right now, and let's say you use your referral link to give it to someone to be able to use Binance and start trading, Binance will charge fees. Anytime it charges fees, you will share 40% of those fees with Binance. Now here we have two products. We have a cross-chain cryptocurrency exchange, but we also have an arbitrary trading pool, both entirely. So every time the company makes money, anytime a business partner or a downline goes ahead and earns a profit, you receive a percentage of that profit entirely. So pretty much for me, that is basically what I can share with you. I've been in this business. I'm chasing V3 level. But right now, as I speak to you, it is able to close $250 on a daily basis. And let me tell you one thing. You can basically listen to all this talk and it sounds like so much English. But what you need to understand is that your package, your trading account is exactly what is going to give you the best testimonial entirely. And I will tell you one thing, it is going to stay for a very, very long time entirely. I hope basically this basically explains everything much more. And I want to hand the microphone back to Dr. Julius. We shall be interacting so many times on invitation. I just jumped onto the call. I have some leaders also here, but I want you to understand one thing. The activity you do every single day is going to determine what you receive in the next 30 days. The beauty is the day you start is the day you start earning. If you go for a package of less than $500, you will not see daily money, but $500, you will see daily money. And after 30 days, you'll become a believer. Belief is going to come from the fact that you have made a decision to come in big. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and let's push this to the top entirely.
Wow. Thank you so much, my friend, Coach Arstof, my upline. Thank you so much for the sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, it was a preamble introduction to this super opportunity. Yes, we have done several other opportunities in the past. They are still running as usual. And all our communications will remain in those groups respectively without interrupting, and all sessions will be done. So from this call, we are going to share our WhatsApp group link. Please feel free to join. And also, you get back the person who invited you here, all right? So that you could be able to start your journey. How to start? You need to download a Token Pocket wallet. Once you have downloaded the Token Pocket wallet, that's the first step you need to do. Deposit some $100 and around $1 to $2 of BNB. Get a link from the person who invited you, and you will be good to go. I have personally started with at least $1,000 personally, and at least every day I can be able to get $10, which is 1% of my investment. So what I'm gonna do is just to basically ask Coach Ashraf, if you're on the call, okay, but let me also do it myself. We shall drop our group link in here. If you have some questions.
Okay, I'm still on, Dr. Julius.
Yes, could you drop for us the link for the WhatsApp group? I was trying to look for it here.
Oh, sorry, the other phone is charging, and that's why I have the link for the crypto ambassadors. So unfortunately, I can't drop it here.
Okay, I've found
Coach
it.
Ashraf.
Right, so guys, the link is in the chat. Please, minimum is $100. Minimum is $100. If you do 360, expect 1%. The rest 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, they're less than 1%. Okay, in simple terms. So feel free to join our group. For now, I'll keep it on that. When you join our group, feel free to ask questions. Those of you following us on YouTube, you could also drop, if you are interested, those of us that are watching us on TikTok, please, you can type interested. We are going to be able to reach out to you, share with you more insights about the business, give you a preamble to understand how you can get started and help you grow within the shortest period of time. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. East Africa Standard Time, where still we shall be able to dig deep into this opportunity to give you the best understanding and to enable you be able to. Can you open Tulum X in a token pocket? Yes, you can. Maybe I try to share my screen. Good. You see, I have 3 accounts. My brother, you see, I have 3 accounts. Okay. So I can open, so let's interact with this one. When we interact with this one, you see that the money is automatically being deposited. Whenever it hits $5, $5 get to your account. Whenever it hits $5, $5. You don't need to do anything. You connect your wallet and the contract will automatically deposit. Whenever it makes $5, $5 get deposited. So it is passive withdrawal. So let me get to the account. This is one for the challenge now. I need to get, I don't want to get my records online. Okay. All right. So if you want to get started, please, you could join our group and we could guide you from there. From now, I'll end this call here. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. Thank you so much, Linda Asif. Thank you so much, all leaders. Bye.